which is what they're creating all these T-bonds on and selling around the world. So as I'm reading these hypothecation issues, what a lot of the Asiatics don't know is that it's directly tied to you, and it is the foundation of what you've been calling all these years by virtue of your Negro leader preacher guys, racism, prejudice, and all your lynchings and everything else has actually been a genocide initiative under the secret treaty of Verona to both rob your estate and then eliminate the true heir or creditor, the true creditor. While others are claiming to be the creditors and the sovereigns, those who have made the claim are not. This is why Noble Drali set up the old Canaanite temple to bring the knowledge of your ancient forefathers back to you so that you can claim your estate. If you don't speak up, it is declared that you have abandoned your birthright. While you did not intentionally, the silence is tacit acquiescence. That's what they're using to claim that you have consented. And it's also what they're using to claim that you have abandoned your estate, all of which you have not. And the hypothecation instruments, the marriage certificate, the birth certificate, and the driver's license, is their claim that they're using to rob you and to triangulate the war machine against you from an abstract, then physical perspective. Constituting the hypothecation of your birthright, those three main instruments, not limited to them, but those are the three main instruments that are used to hypothecate both your estate, your body, your heirship. And so when you look at these instruments, understand how they're really used. But let's go on so that you can come from another angle to regain your lost estate on the physical plane, yet understanding it from a spiritual perspective and understanding that they're always dealing with both sides of the coin. Do you understand? Yeah. The abstract and the concrete at all times. And so the best way, not necessarily the best way, but a way to convince people who don't understand this stuff is to give you their own words so that you can stop being naive and think that they don't understand this. And that you can stop being naive and think that you got to convince them of who you are. And so that you can stop being naive and think that you need to convince them about you being a holder in due course of anything, because the whole reason why you're in this condition is because the secret treaty of Verona has been enforced on you for a couple hundred years that you've been calling racism and slavery. Your language has been wrong because you don't understand what's going on. The reason I'm being a little bit more thorough with this, even though it gets boring, is because you need to know what's coming from the mouths of the high priest who've been governing you as government, so that you can understand why Noble Drali did what he did. Why at the heart of the Divine National Movement, he says, help me in my mission to bring my people back into the constitutional fold of government, enforcing our Constitution of the United States of North America. That document is a divine-oriented document built on divine law and nature's God. It is allodial in its character. It is not a democracy. The secret treaty of Verona and the operatives of the Knights, of the militia, of the Jesuit order, and Opus Dei is to overthrow this government. And that's what they've been doing. The fact that you didn't know that you're of the government, you stood by busy being black, thinking it belongs to the European. And then thinking that you were some Negro civil rights people that might be granted some Negro citizenship under the 14th Amendment, which misclassified you, but also made you non-descendable. And then, of course, all of the false support information perpetrated by Negro agent preachers working for Rome under the 501c3 agreement with Skull and Bones member Lyndon Baines Johnson after they bumped Kennedy off, was to keep you under control and keep you marching in Negro circles, which also made you non-descendable. All of these principles are rooted in the secret treaty of Verona. You must know that to understand the operations of politics in North America, from North America, and imposed upon the civilized world. It is the root of all your economic, social, and political problems. Know it to be the truth. And thus, I speak the words of the high priests themselves so that you can see it is no mystery. Except that your Negro leader preacher guys took oaths in their different lodges not to reveal this information so that the three ruffians could bang you upside the head, England, Ireland, and France, led by the Jesuit order of the Dark Knights for the militia of the popes of Rome under the secret treaty of Verona in 1213 under Roman Emperor Innocent III, enforced by Thomas de Torquemada, i.e. the Spanish Inquisition against the Moors and the Jews, and you are them Moors and Jews. Do you understand? And the secret treaty of Verona is the foundation of all the secret societies of the dark side. Meaning the dark side and those in the light all got the same knowledge codified, but its use is of different purpose. Do you understand? So there's some that want to raise you, that's I-R, or I-A-I-S, right? E. And then there's some that want to raise you, and that's R-A-Z-E. And that's what you're suffering from, those who are raising you. R-A-Z-E. Are we clear? And this is why all of them use your Great Seal Pyramid, because that is the symbol of civilization on the earth, and they're claiming your estate, hoping that you don't wake up and claim your estate. Are we clear? So this is for you to be aware. Now, if you want to honor your mothers and fathers, you can. If you choose not to, that's fine too, but know you're going to get caught. So the warning is out.